Pema Doma, SFT Executive Director, and I'm here in Paris, France with some members of SFT France. So I'm gonna...
Hello, my name is Kungwa Sipil. I'm one of the board members of SFT France.
Hello, my name is Tenzin Norgun. I'm a member of SFT France.
Hello, my name is Nichizo. I'm SFT France.
And I wanted to ask them a few questions so that everyone can learn a little bit more about what SFT France is up to here in Paris. So where are we today and what are we doing?
Today we are busy gaming outside in Paris.
And why are we here with this protest today?
We are here because the Museum Gimei doesn't include the word Tibet at the expositions.
Okay, so what hopes do you guys have to get out of this protest? What are the demands and goals of the campaign?
Our demands is that we want Madam Yannick Lins to change the name back to Tibet. And if the viewers want to help us, you can go to our website, studentsforafreetibet.org, and you can, if you sign the petitions, it will help us a lot. Thank you.
Tibet exists, and SFT France is here in Paris fighting for that in the museum. The role of a museum is not to recreate history, it's to preserve it and show it around the world. So, Musée Gumé, shame on you.
France perante lu bu choba da sani shunu yamru itone ani ta jambe gangi bilia legu ani tari thema chuchi ki chage do ta tari do ji bai na ta halle ban nam si thangmo du ra ta yim bai ne ta nam si thangmo shu ye bai ne le ta chi paran ji ki ta hele di ta halo le ma chi pha do anjo ta putin ne legu be yi shwe yi tari legu la ni alam mita pinji mas Tibetans thage chal ro ta engyo khe de peshe maresha ani maombe ta chik ligu khande jipe bai na ani phaba ha mama singam sun na pero na tari do nami mau shira pe mun to ra islo phambur shi to ta ina maomba la kha mama pe ro he kai se na tari do chim bai na jamde ka tanda ngaju di jamde ka di ani sangi ma thangbo di rime re cheza nanglo jue da di zo pasito mara disonsani nim mango shu jongi yamadu da nishingi an thona chige mango shu to disonsani debates machine me bai na dislo phambur ji yosa je maombari ligu khandes pe bai na ne kham mama ji yapsu na pero na shwei pege
lo tula len gya mare ina France ki sinzi ki tanda manzu France lo tsokba ki yigi la len gyapsu ta di dewu de khande thema dendi tanda lamsa manzu shutu mare ro ina France ke tanda rickshaw lonje la 마 디치샤 예스 이게 마 땅에서 그런 정도니 다지 심주 가르치고 두어나 네가 심주 지주기 일하는 데 송사 이게 나라
nga pema doma yin perang zin lobtu chapa ki jigab genze tanda anzo 당분간 책 가시식 베개네 셔관이 디질랑아 인케네 직랍거라 단단조 잠닝 가서 가져도 삼바 등랑 단다 롭투 초방님도 내가 치네 안조 성게 망부 슈스트야 고갑라기도 와 단다 얘기 미제게지 고갑 최소 약식직 나랑 레드 버튼다 가서 성게님도 기지라고 셔 고갑라 gem바정에 럽처라고 지냐 고갑다오라디 더 빼마시 캐중버레 삼기도 와 단다 앞에지 nga daw chi gi wi na nga thanda lo mangu shishni la de ari la ke gerwa de the cups ari la pheba pugu shira yo mare nga ke de samba thanda nge gi chongge ne nga da nga nge acha ma shi pheba pugu shemba kang chi gi yo mare an de the cups anzo pe khok bi yore am ji amna la anzo phege la bya de ra thapshi china khok pu pe ma si khok bi yore and de the cups ne 안저기 다 맞춘지 삼바 베개 마신 깔에 딘데라 앞에만 보냐냐 단다 안저 잡는 가서 저도 삼바 다 gem바든서 다 안저기 미릭 쇼음바든서 창만 터도 삼바 다 안저기 미릭든서 오스타링부 레샤라 직삼이야라 하고 있기다 안 딘데라 왔다 걔한테 단다 데 파리스 넘버서 창마 쇼게라 갭규테 다 안저기 레군디라 갭규테부터 셈바 낭롱문에 가우치 중에도 안디 닐랑아 베개네 창바 라직 라고 삼소니 자무시나가기 벽에 갔더니 개체게 딱딱 얘기 말에 가시식 너기 얘기래 인데 얘기 삼반에 다 수이나 성게이나 gem바이나 벽에 직 약부치네 마싱나이 셈데 치고 말에 같이니 강도도 완전 탑시치나 미삼삼 첼라 갭시기래 개어 말에 그냥 군전 랑님도 첼라 게머셔나이 디기래 같이니 마음바 안저 벽에 열기 전에 나랑 좁고 개춤부래 단다 게머직 쇼 된데라고 직 총난 직 놀나 지금 뭐 찾아오 주나 걔 차비야 요 말레스 무토바 탑시 치고래 근데 마치베 이나 나로 주득 지도 삼방아 탑네 데비나 판단가 된데 정말라 베게네 깨치시토야 그거 라기 말와 다치익 생활nga 다람살라 콘서처 제야 그거 브라스와 디드캅스 나랑스스 칸에 베게네 칙 랍터야디 땅 ngone sambanne ta anzo ki pheba chiso ka chikajing re samgido narang chukpo ari la chik chunju chik salong chine adanga phege shingi me tanga jaa me tanga ngo thas lagi debina ta chik nyala nga khongso che ja kugap di radu samba ngegi khane inge mashi shemba ngegi thorwadin zo shea chemba keyu khor yo marwa ani dende sum tanga tha thas pheba chiso la dende chik message da chik chunju chik lago samswa of Musée Guimet to be with SFT France members in solidarity. My name is Fema Doma, and I was born in the United States as a daughter of refugees. When my mother was born, her father was a prisoner. He had spent years in prison when she was just a small child because he was fighting for the Tibetan people. He was fighting for the continuance of our Tibetan people. I think when my grandfather was sitting in prison, he never once imagined that decades later, his granddaughter would be standing here in Paris, fighting the same fights, the protection of our Tibetan people, our Tibetan cause, and nobody in the world may have imagined at that time how powerful and resilient our Tibetan community could be. And today, Paris is home to one of the largest Tibetan communities in the entire world in exile outside of Asia. That is a beautiful treasure. But people like Yannick Lintz don't understand that Tibet is something which should be cherished, it should be celebrated here in France, where there is a freedom to do so. The reality is that Tibet has existed for thousands of years, for over 10,000 years actually. So the decision by Yannick Lintz to change the exhibition from Tibet World to Himalayan World at Musée Guimet, just to satisfy those who may be pressuring her, shows that she is not fulfilling the duties of her responsibility to this museum, to the Tibetan community here in Paris, to the French people, or to millions of Tibetan people around the world. The reality is that inside Tibet right now, over 1 million Tibetan children are in colonial boarding schools being raised by the Chinese government. The Chinese government would like Tibet to not exist at all. They would like Tibetan people to not exist at all. They would like Tibetan language, religion, and history and culture to not exist at all. And the French should not be complicit in that mission. That goal of the Chinese government is one that can be equated with some of the worst crimes in the history of humanity. Hundreds and thousands of Tibetans have fled into exile. Hundreds and thousands have died as a result of China's occupation of Tibet. And at the end of it all, a museum should be a place where the fight and the struggle, the resilience, the creativity, the beauty of our Tibetan people should be honored, not censored. So for those people who are visiting the museum today, please make sure to remember that Tibet deserves to be named. Tibet should not be silenced, and Tibet exists and nothing can change that. No amount of propaganda will ever change the fact that Tibetans and Tibet are existing. We are here. That's why so many Tibetans have come out, young people and children as well as older members of our community, because we are resilient. And no matter what happens, no matter who fights against us, we will always come together in unity, and we will always stand up for our people, for the 1 million Tibetan children, for the parents of those kids who've had their 4 and 5-year-old children torn away from them, for all those before us, like my grandfather, who have spent time in prison just fighting for this one word, Tibet. So together, Hegelo!
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 Dichenang.
Le Tibet!
Nous sommes,
Le Tibet!
nous sommes,
Le Tibet!
Musée Guimet,
Résistez au PCC!
Musée Guimet,
Résistez au PCC!
Musée Guimet,
Résistez au PCC!
l'art tibétain, l'art tibétain,
Félix Dobreno!
Shame on Tibet! Shame on Tibet! Shame on Tibet! Nous sommes Tibetans méritent son vrai nom. Leurs Tibetans méritent son vrai nom. Leurs Tibetans méritent son vrai nom.
La culture tibétaine
n'est pas négociable.
La culture tibétaine
N'est pas négociable.
La culture tibétaine
N'est pas négociable.
Nommez le Tibet Nommez le Tibet Nommez le Tibet Guillemets, guillemets Guillemets, guillemets Guillemets, guillemets Tibet existe Tibet existe Tibet existe Shame on Shame on Shame on Nous sommes
Le Tibet!
Nous sommes
Le Tibet!
Nous sommes
Le Tibet!
Musée guillemets
Résistez au PCC! Résistez au PCC! Résistez au PCC! C'est le faire résister!
Nommez le Tibet
C'est le faire résister!
Guillemets, guillemets
Honte!
Guillemets, guillemets
Honte!
Guillemets, guillemets